Ironworks Campus is really the kind of the start and the epicenter of the rebirth of Beloit. I've been here for 14 years. We've looked at a lot of things over those 14 years, but none of this, what you see in Beloit, would be here today without the Ironworks Campus. One could actually argue that many what you see in Beloit from 150 years ago wouldn't be here without the Ironworks Campus, because it was built in about 1857, I believe, roughly. And it was, kind of the epicenter then, and it kind of needed a rebirth. About 14 years ago, with Diane's direction, she wanted us to really, build Beloit. If I flash back to what this was back then, this was pretty much of a predominantly boarded up, roughly 1 million square foot building. It had some tenants in one section of it, but by and large it was predominantly empty. And it didn't have very many employees. And without employees, you're going to struggle to rebuild the downtown. If you don't have the employee base, whether it's one company or multiple companies to have hopefully lots of employees, you need to think about how you're going to build it from that aspect. When you look at this building back then, it was built for one company, and it had close to 5,000 employees in it, basically working 24/7, 7 days a week. That left a long time ago. And our goal, and back then and it is to this day, is to get back to that. Now, we're not there yet. We're still, we're just barely halfway in terms of total square footage of getting this rebirth done to this building, but we're well on our way. All that being said, we had to kind of take this building and carve it up, because we knew we were not going to find a single tenant to take almost 1 million square feet in a downtown, especially a manufacturing building. So we kind of just reimagined everything and took all the kind of the great things that were built here over 150 years and just kind of brought them back to life and uncovered them, uncovered a lot. The spine road here was kind of the very first real push into this redevelopment, because it was such a big building, and where we were going with the YMCA, we had to kind of gain access, and the spine road was that. But not just for the YMCA, but for every tenant that we currently have in here and tenants that are coming into the future. We needed to basically break this building up from the river to 3rd Street to be able to allow people, we always said, to have a front door. I mean, why should people live here, work here, and play here? Because it's dynamic. One of the starting beauties of Beloit is that what it's become is that it is a startup community now. I mean, this city is on the map now with cities like Minneapolis, Indianapolis as a whole, Milwaukee, Madison. It is mentioned in those other communities a lot by the things that we're doing here, certainly across the street here at Iron Tech. From a work perspective, from starting a business perspective, I couldn't imagine you having a better place to do that. And again, to live here, it's a beautiful little city. It's affordable in today's environment and living. That's a tough thing to say, and I think it's an affordable city, and it's filled with just good people, and good people that when people in Beloit say buy local, this is one of the communities that we work in as a company that they actually do it. We work in a lot of communities that say buy local, and they don't buy local virtually ever, and this city does. And that's one thing that has impressed me since the day I've gotten here, is that they do believe in their community, they believe in their businesses, and they will support them.